Want to know how to project your future tax bracket with financial tools? Well, in this video, I'll show you exactly how to do that, and I promise, no affiliate links or hidden agendas. You won't hear any of that. Buy this to help you talk here. What you get is real, no strings attached insight. Now, why should you care? Because knowing where you'll land in terms of taxes can save you thousands, if not tens of thousands, down the road. Imagine getting to retirement age and realizing your tax bracket is way higher than expected. Suddenly, your retirement plans are a bit tighter. It's a huge problem, but with the right tools, it's totally avoidable. So, let's dive in. For the first reason, understanding your income trajectory is essential. Tax brackets aren't static. They shift with your income, investments, and life events. So, projecting your future tax bracket requires some careful calculations. You can start with a simple tool, a tax calculator. But here's the thing. Basic tax calculators often fall short. They don't take into account things like capital gains or changing income streams. That's why I recommend tools that integrate your investments and savings into your tax forecast. These tools can predict how your taxable income might evolve and show you how different assets, like IRAs, 401ks, and even rental income, affect your future tax rate. I know from personal experience, when I used a tool like this years ago, it helped me plan years ahead for a tax-efficient retirement. Now, this isn't just about figuring out the tax rate, it's about how to minimize it. Tax planning tools often include projections on strategies like tax loss harvesting or shifting assets to tax-deferred accounts. These aren't just theoretical. They are real strategies that can help you lower your future tax liability. And speaking of tax-efficient strategies, let's talk about another key factor, your withdrawal strategy in retirement. If you're planning on withdrawing funds from retirement accounts like a 401k or IRA, you need to think about the tax consequences. Simply put, the more you withdraw, the higher your income may become, and that can push you into a higher tax bracket. The right financial tools will help you estimate what your withdrawals will look like years down the line, but more importantly, they'll help you adjust. By calculating how and when to withdraw, you can reduce the impact taxes have on your retirement income. Now, here's where a lot of people get it wrong, expecting that tax brackets will remain the same in the future. But here's the deal. Tax laws change. We saw this just a few years ago when new tax reforms were introduced. Tools that factor in these changes, or that give you an option to adjust based on predicted tax law changes, can make a huge difference. That's why it's essential to use up-to-date tools and keep your projections flexible. For the third reason, I want to highlight the importance of integrating multiple financial goals. You can't just isolate your tax bracket from your overall financial health. If you're planning on passing down wealth to heirs or leaving a charitable legacy, tax tools that include estate planning or charitable giving options are key. Some platforms will even simulate the long-term tax impact of different giving strategies, so you can see if it helps lower your taxable estate. That's why it's so important to project your tax bracket over the long term, not just for today. And if you want to make sure you're getting the best value out of your tools, check for ones that give you both projections and actionable insights. Now, if you've stuck with me this far, you're probably wondering, what's the one thing I can do right now to get started? Here's the thing. The best way to get started is to choose a tool that offers projections with enough customization to factor in the specifics of your life, like your investments, your income sources, and any future life changes. The sooner you start mapping this out, the better your financial picture will look down the line. But here's the kicker. If you do it now, you can avoid major tax surprises in the future. And trust me, those surprises are the last thing you want when you're ready to retire. So, if you've gotten value from this video and want to keep learning how to plan your financial future without the clutter of affiliate commissions, hit that subscribe button. That way, you can keep getting real, actionable advice that isn't clouded by hidden motives. I'll see you in the next video.